Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online, and welcome to my new series. I decided, after Cursed leveled out of his alpha series, going from nothing to level 4 mission running as an alpha, and he currently sits at the 5,000 or 5 million free experience, so he's done his free training. I've decided I wanted to start another alpha series, and so born was Ander. And Ander is a Caldari alpha. Although, we'll see what we do here. I'm going to have to fly him somewhere, but he's an alpha. We're going to do him as an exploration alpha. So starting off, I just finished the tutorial. I've done a bit of training. I did, in this case, seed him with 5 million ISK just for skill books and stuff as we go. Just in case we need it, just to speed that bit up. But we are going to take him from nothing. This is fresh out of the tutorial. I even let whatever skills I was training while in the tutorial die off. This is fresh. So from this, the end goal is eventually to be living in a wormhole, probably in a corp. We'll see. I have a couple ideas, and there's some friends of Pockets that I can go visit and crash on their couch for a bit when it gets to that point. But we are going to have to start with the career agents and build up some skills and get some ships. So I figure we'll do some career agent stuff for the beginning and do some high sec exploration. We'll train up some hacking here. We'll just throw this in the queue. There we go. We'll do some high sec stuff, then move into like low sec stuff, which is probably the more dangerous of the options. And once our skills are up a bit, we can move into a wormhole. Now it's going to be interesting because I haven't done a whole lot of exploration without cloaking devices, so it's going to be a learning curve there alone. Plus, it's been a while since I've done any sort of exploration, and I've never lived in a wormhole. So this series could be a lot of fun. I want to try and do it at least 4 days a week. I want to try for 5, but I think 4. So it's going to be a lot of... I'm showing you just sort of the raw bits. So I'll show you the career agent stuff that we're going to start with. We're just going to do the career agent stuff for exploration. And then from there, we'll just do some high sec exploration until our skills are good enough. We'll go to low sec a bit. All sorts of fun things. Let's do serial career agents. And we're going to go to... Let's figure out which one we want to do. Let's just go here. Set destination. We are a fair bit away, I think. Yeah. I had parked him at our home system, but I will get us over here. We'll pick up the first mission, and we're just going to get this ball rolling. So stand by. I'll be right back. Actually, it did occur to me. I did have some housekeeping things I wanted to discuss in this video, and I'll mention them in the next few videos for EVE, and maybe my next few Battletech videos as well. So I did hit 1,000 subs. It just happened around a time I got really sick, and you may have noticed less activity, especially in the EVE side, during the last few weeks. It's because I've been pretty sick. I'm finally recovering. A little bit stuffed up still, and you may hear me sniffle here and there. I will apologize for that. But I did hit 1,000 subs, so that is great. It's been almost a month now. 3 weeks? Yeah, something like that, 3 weeks. Still not approved for adding ads to this site, but that's fine. We'll get there when we get there. As many of you know right now, YouTube is not my full-time job. I do have an actual job, so one day maybe that'll change, but until I can get, the ads thing working, I can't really do it full-time, so that's just going to be the way of it. But that is coming. It is one of the things I do strive to do. It won't be just EVE. I plan on having there's some other games as well, so EVE and Battletech right now, there's some other games in the back of my mind I'd like to do on the channel, but I want to kind of wait till I get EVE more back on track. Also, things have been kind of slow. We had the last event, which would be my last EVE recording, I believe, it was fine. I didn't end up running it. Just the rewards didn't intrigue me, and the skins weren't my style, so I ended up not even really doing it. I did that one video and maybe ran a few more runs. But we do have a new event starting this coming week, so that's going to be interesting. By the time you see this video, that's probably going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, July 10th. There will be a new Minmatar-based event, so we'll probably run that a bit. Yeah, I'm hoping to get EVE back on track, and this will be a daily thing, and I'm still going to do stuff with Cal for the events and that sort of stuff. So if there's anything you want to see me try to do that's reasonable, like there's no way I can fly a Titan in short order unless somebody wants to give me a Titan pilot and a Titan, which, we'll see. Might happen. But yeah, so then I want to get EVE back on track. I want to get at least 3 or 4 a week back going here, so let's cross our fingers and see if that happens. I've also been asked several times by people how they can help support the channel, and I've been kind of quiet on it because really, in the beginning, who am I? but I've been asked enough times now that I am going to talk about it. I do have a PayPal. The link's available on my YouTube channel. If you want to support the channel, that's great. You can do it that way. And I am setting up a Patreon. I'm just in the process of getting that all squared away. A couple different levels, some things we're going to do with that. That is going to come with a community Discord for all of us, which is something is kind of where I want to go with this, is an actual community of people that play not just Eve but other games, and like-minded, less drama than what you would get just publicly, and that's kind of my goal. So that Discord will be coming out soon as well. I'm trying to decide how I want to manage that, whether I want like a public section for everybody and then some sections for patrons alone. Well, I'll definitely have sections for patrons. It's whether do I have a public. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments there as well, and that'll help me decide. Probably leaning towards having like a public landing spot and then patron only sections where we will draw for like multiplayers or interviews if we need stuff for podcasts, or maybe I'll do an episode talking to new Eve players or something. All that sort of stuff is possible once we get the ball rolling. So thank you all who've reached out asking for how to support the channel. That really makes me feel like I'm doing what I should be doing. I appreciate it. Enough of that. I'm going to fly us the last few jumps here into, we're heading to Utra, and we will go there and do what we need to do. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for all the subs, getting me over 1,000. That's fantastic. The future of the channel is looking bright, and I'm really excited about where we can go here. Any questions or suggestions, always down in the comments. Hit me up on, for now, you can hit me up on the Malevelon Discord, which will be linked down below. And stay tuned for our community Discord coming soon. Alright, and here we are docking up in station, ready to start our career as an explorer. One last housekeeping thing I thought of flying the last few jumps. I appreciate everybody reaching out to me. If you want to reach out to me in-game, please reach out to Keltoran Rowe. Try to remember to pop it up on the screen here. And I also try to remember to put his name down in the comment section or the description section below. But Keltoran Rowe is the character I log into most days. A lot of people have been sending me emails to Pockets because he's the easiest to find, because it's the same name I use on YouTube. But I don't log into him every day. He's an administrator. He sits in his office and does administration work when needed. And while he can fly some things, like a Gila, he doesn't undock very often. So sometimes I don't log into him for weeks at a time. So if you want to reach out to me in-game, reach out to Keltoran Rowe. Or if it's specific about this series, you can try me here on this character at Ander. That's your best bet if you're going to reach out to me in-game. Still, the best way to reach me to actually have discussions is on the Malevelon Discord, and soon to be the Pockets DK Discord coming soon. Anyways, that's it. So here we are, we're in this career agent station. We are going to run the exploration career right here. As I said in my previous alpha series, but for those who have not watched it, if you're new and this is your first character especially, I highly recommend running through all of these career agents at least once, but you can do it up to 3 times per race. So there's 3 career agent hubs for each faction, and you can run as many of them as you want. But I definitely recommend doing it at least once. It gives you an idea of the different base things you can do. It also gives you a bit of ISK, it gives you some skill books, you'll get some ships, so it gives you a nice little stockpile of resources. Unless you're coming into it and you're joining a group that's really, really supportive and will teach you the game and supply you with things, that's a good way to get some stuff early on, as you'll see just running the exploration. But for new players, I definitely recommend going through them. It can be a little boring, but just do it, and you'll come out of it like you'll see here. We'll probably get at least one. I imagine it'll be the Heron, which is the Kildari exploration ship. But I'm going to run that with him, and then we'll do some ISEC stuff. As said, this is going to kind of follow the logical path a new player would take. I might speed up some things, like I may not stay in high sec quite as long as someone might do so. I may push out to low sec and null sec a lot sooner. We'll see how things go. Going to play it by ear. For the skill plan, before we get too deep, I do not have a plan at this point. I mean, hacking is pretty obvious. We're going to need the stuff out of the hacking, wherever it is here, scanning, this one. We're going to need most of this stuff to as far as we can get it, which won't take us long by the looks of it because we can't get it that high. Some navigation stuff because we are going to want to be mobile because we need to be able to escape. That's going to be interesting. But I want to try a few things. Like, I want to do the hacking sites, obviously, both high sec, low sec, null sec, wormholes, do them all. except for the combat ones. I would like to try to get to a point where we can fly maybe a Drake and do combat sites. I might steer away from the pirate level stuff, at least in the beginning. Keep it factiony, because pirate stuff is expensive and we can't fit cloaks. So buying a Stratios and an Astero is a little expensive for something that can't fit a cloak. And the rest of it, I do want to do combat sites, so maybe a Drake for once we get into wormholes and that sort of thing. But yeah, this is going to be a purely exploration character, but doing scan down sites in high sec and do them in cruisers, that sort of thing. So it's going to be pretty interesting, but as such, I don't really know what we're going to need at any point, so I'm just going to sort of play it by ear and train as we go. So I'll try to remember, maybe at certain points, maybe every 10 episodes, or I'll figure out a good point, and I'll just see if I can export the training history. You can do that if I can find where it is. There's a place you can, there it is. Skill history, so you can see what was trained and to what level and when. So see if I can export this every once in a while. I think I can copy and paste it into something. One way or the other, I'll figure that out for you guys as we go here. But let's get started. So we'll start straight into the exploration career. So following objective must be completed to finish the mission. Does it say we're going to need something? Welcome, Andrew Rowe. Let's see what we can make. If we can make an explorer out of you. Once you've undocked in space, enable your sensor overlay and look around for training site. Okay, so this is going to just teach us to use the probe window. Let's accept it. We can probably do most of this in the venture that we ended up with at the end of the tutorial. Yes, I know I can't. The mining boost module doesn't work. I'm probably going to actually hold on to the venture because at some point I would like to do some gas site mining in wormholes. That might be something interesting, and apparently it's a good way to make money. It might be something we can do to make a bit of ISK once we start looking at wormholes. But that's neither here nor there yet. So we need to open up. Why is my probe window not open? It's always open. Probe window. Let's get up. Whoa, that's why I haven't done it on this character yet. So we'll detach it from the map, put it where it belongs. Now let's shrink this a bit. Let's shrink this a bit. Just like that. Beautiful. Let's also get our D-scan up just because it should always be up. We'll detach it from the window. Okay, so actually, I should have shown you guys how to do that. I don't remember if I've ever done it. So let's just do it. If we pop this up, there's a map. If we attach it, there we go. So when you first come in, you get it like this. It pops up your D-scan, so you hit on this button here, probe scanner, and it's attached to the map, and this is where you can manipulate. If you had probes out, you could scan, do that sort of thing. This green sphere is your D-scan. So if I adjust the angle, you'll see, boom, that shows you where you're scanning. But what I do is I click this little button here to separate it, close the map, and then I put it where I want it, so it's always up here. This is going to be a super important window for us in all of what we do, because this is where all of our scanning sites are going to show up and all of our anomalies. So anomalies show up pre-scanned, and then cosmic signatures will show up red, like this. And these are the ones you have to scan down with probes, which we don't have yet. Alright, and you can change your different filters here, which is pretty nice. But we'll leave them all up for now. We sort by signal strength is what I usually do, like that. So, and we're looking for that wants us to find training site. Let's go to this one. See what we can do here. So the nice thing is you can warp to these immediately. These are asteroid belts, remnants, so this is just for some basic mining, probably for the mining career. There's a combat site as well. Oh, maybe this is a combat site. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't have guns, so that might have been a problem. We'll see. Did I read the mission? Read details. Warp to it. Don't worry about combat this time around. We've cleared the area for you. Okay. It's been a while since I've done the exploration one. So you can read this. It's just a little bit of fluff. We are going to go open this can, take the proof of discovery back to the station, and it counts as done. And away we go. I do have an afterburner, civilian afterburner. Oh no, 1 meganewton, yeah. What do I have civilian? Nothing should be civilian on this. That's right. Perfect. Great. Nice thing with the Venture, as a kind of a starting vessel, is it comes with, go to traits, +2 warp core strength. So a single warp disruptor, which has 2 scramble strength, won't stop you in your venture. So they have to have at least 3 points to tie you down, because every ship has 1, so it takes a long point will do 1 point of disruption, and a disruptor, which is shorter range but does 2 points, they'll need at least 3 to stop the venture. Now, dedicated gate campers will tie you down, because that's what they do. they have two disruptors or whatever they need to get you tied down. But it is nice for just traveling around. It tanks okay. Sometimes I do mining and stuff or traveling in them during under war deck, because not all war deckers will carry two points or two disruptors. Some do, but I've had a few starts where I've jumped a gate and a daredevil or something fast friggity will be sitting on the gate and start shooting at you, and I can get back to the gate or warp away without any trouble. So it's a nice little ship to fly if you're in high sec under a war deck. If you just want to do some mining, park your barges and mine an adventure. Sometimes you can get away. Now, if they see you're an adventure, they have time to come and prepare, you're going to get nabbed and you're going to get killed, but it's also not an expensive ship to lose. So if you still intend to mine under war deck, it's not a bad way to go. Mining in low sec too, but it's hard to get a lot of money that way, but it is a thing you can do. War decks are on the mind because my corp has been constantly under war deck for about the last 5 weeks. It's a thing at the front of my mind right now. You'll probably hear me mention other little tips as we're going here, just as they come to mind. Let's see what we got for our next mission. That one's handed in. 200,000 ISK. And away we go. So that's that. Request next mission. Anomalies 2 of 5. Following objectives must be. So we're going to get a Bantam. I wonder why we're going to get a Bantam. Something just came up. That's right up your alley. The Center's overlay easily tracks cosmic anomalies. Other types of sites, collectively called cosmic signatures, will be much harder to find, and you'll usually need it to boost your overlay by using scan probes. These cosmic signature sites contain various kinds of treasures, ancient ruins to sift amongst, secret data sites to hack into, exotic gases to collect. There's a great deal out there for an explorer to uncover, and you need to understand how to react to each site type. Therefore, we need to send you off to do complicated scans and potentially risk your ship in the ensuing discovery process. I'm sending you to a training facility where you'll encounter safe examples of what you might find out there. Use the ship I'm giving you, follow the instructions you're given to the site, and report back to me. Okay. So I think, trying to remember, it's been a long time. The reason you're getting a Bantam here is because the Bantam used to be the mining frigate for the Caldari, and that's how old these things are. So if I remember correctly, that's what that is about. So they're giving us this ugly... Well, it's not that bad, actually. It's nicer than it used to be. So, that's alright. But let's go see what it can do. This is now the... right click, show info. This is now your logistics ship for... Wow. Okay, everything's a little bit laggy. That's okay. Yeah, so remote... Oh yeah, this is the Logi ship for Caldari. That's fine. I should have known that, because I do fly the T2 one on occasion with Kel. Used to, anyway. Where did he want me to go? Just a location. Mission location. Alright. I'm going to warp over here to an introduction to cosmic signatures. 2 of 5. So this here is where all the shield emitter sits. This is what as you rep the other ships. It's for you. I have the Frigates of Eve book, so I read that. Alright. Greetings, pilot. Good work finding your way here. My name is Rule. I work with the Sisters of Eve as advisor capsules and training. Although I offer you advice as you go along, don't forget that you need to report back to your own agent. Just arrived in a staging pocket of a training facility. Ahead of you is an acceleration gate. So jump to the acceleration gate. Alright, we can do that. So we're going to jump this gate. Where is it? Right here. And it builds up our wind, our space wind, to carry us through to the dead space pocket. It's good work. You find acceleration gate leads to many sites. Now inside the supply area. Before we show you different types of sites, we'll provide you with the equipment you should normally find over them. In the distance, there's a cargo rig named Exploration Supplies right here. Inside, you'll find 2 pieces of equipment: a core probe launcher and 8 core probes. Take them both. I will do so. Take that. Yep. I know it's too far. We will move over to it. Slow boating because I don't have anything on it, but that's okay. I'm wondering if this will let us fit it. Maybe it's like a mobile depot. That'd be cool. We also get, oh, they gave us analyzers as well, civilian ones. Okay, loot all. Okay, so she says now. Although sensor overlay can find cosmic anomalies, you can't get a good, cancel that, stop my ship. You can't get a good reading of cosmic signatures. Signatures are an entirely different class of hidden sight. To be able to warp to them, you need to use scan probes. Scan probes are deployed much like firing a missile by fitting a scan probe launcher, loading scan probes, and then firing them into space. Think of the probes as little ships, built-in scanners. They can reach out to 32 AU. Launch multiple probes at a time in a formation. I'll show you all that. Read all this if it's your first time, but I'll show it to you when I do it. Allows us to cover more area. Gives ability data analyzer and relic analyzer. You need these modules later mission to learn about how to. Yeah, so that's how we're going to hack. Take the probes and launchers as well as civilian and head to the third pocket. And this area will show you what a data cosmic signature might look like. Okay, so we're going to fit them when we get back to the station, but for now we're just going to pop in. It's going to show us what a data site might look like. Cool, 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 cool. Hey, this is meant to be minimized. I'm going to take some advice and try to minimize at least the corp channels when I'm recording, unless, for whatever reason, Andrew's not actually in the corp. He's an NPC just to make things easier for recording, but I do have the channel there in case I need it. Alright, so you got to see a couple of my guys waving at each other. That's cool. Actually, I'll probably have that blurred until I take it away. Alright, here we go. So you're inside a data site. So you got a bunch of communication things. I don't actually see the data sites themselves. I don't have any hackable containers, but once we're through here, we'll hit the acceleration gate, see a relic site. So yeah, this is like communication towers that gather data. And you hack the containers to get that data. It's pretty cool. I do think it's interesting. I haven't tried it, but they've added hacking to the Citadel stuff, the whatchamacallit, the upwell structures. So you can actually hack an enemy structure to find out when its reinforcement timers and stuff are. That's kind of cool as well. I'd like to try that sometime. Maybe we'll do that for fun when we're in Losec. So relic sites, so these are like ruins of whatevers. So you go hack them and see what kind of information you can find. Typically, the relic sites are the more profitable of the two, generally speaking. So that's what most people focus on. But so you can see we got ripped superstructure of some sort of ship. It's a ghost ship here. Let's take a look at it. What could have this been? What does it look like? I don't know. It's weird. Fancy. All right. And the last acceleration gate. Let's take it. Off we go in our little Bantam. Go, go, go. Now the wings tuck in. This represents a gas site might look like. Gas signatures are found on the scanner probes. So you can see how this opens up. That's cool too. So yeah, this would be a gas site. So you'd come in here with gas harvesters. And you have these gas clouds. My understanding, I've never actually done it, but my understanding is you go to the gas clouds and you suck up the gas and take it out and make lots of money. It's used for drug production, boosters, and stuff like that. So you go suck up the gas, sell them, and it's worth a bit of money. So that's something we are definitely going to try once we get to that point in our training. Alright, so we'll hand this one in and look at the time. We have time for one more mission. These ones are pretty quick so far, so we'll do one more, and then we'll call it for this video. That should put us at the 20 to 30 minute mark that I would like to try to hit. Alright. It's good to be back. I'm glad to be recording Eve again. It's been too long.
Docking permission requested.
Alright, dock up. Come on, let me in. People want to see. Okay, so that's the three types of sites that we're going to be kind of focusing on. They're also combat sites, which you've seen me do if you watch a lot of the other videos on my channel. That's kind of my bread and butter for most of it. It's, running combat sites in high sec, just because that's what I like to do. Alright. Complete mission. Thank you. Another 200 and so thousand ISK. Okay. View my friend, there's always something. Now you'll start scanning for each type of cosmic signature, something you can only do by using core probe scans. Or core scanner probes. My nose is getting stuffy. First up is a data site. That means you need to fit your ship with a civilian data analyzer. Scan down the site. Find the container, hack it open. Accept. So it's perfectly safe. We're not going to get exploded or anything. There are some ghost sites I definitely want to take a look at. They're dangerous because they do explode if you take too long to do them. But I've done a couple of them before. Let's fit this stuff in here. So let's put the core scanner probe up there. Probe launcher and probes. I'll just fit both of these for now. I'm going to strip just because. Probably won't need the shield one. But let's go ahead and take this baby off of our Venture and we'll put it on our Bantam. We won't name our Bantam because we're not going to keep that ship. Probably name our Venture eventually. If you guys want to suggest names in the comment section down below for the Venture and our upcoming Heron, I would definitely wouldn't be opposed to taking those suggestions. We'll probably spend a lot of time in a Heron because that'll be our kind of go-to ship for scanning and exploring. Let's go do this. So it wants us to scan down one of the training signatures. Now, if you guys have watched some of my other channels, you have seen I did one sort of scanning video on this. I'm not amazing at it, but I do my best. So we're going to go ahead and launch our probes. You just click it, launches them into space. I'm also going to set these to auto repeat off for our analyzers because you don't need it to repeat and it saves capacitor if it's not running. I'll put this up here in case we need it. So these are here what we need, these cosmic signatures. So we're going to go ahead and open our map, which is this button right here. There's our map. This is our D-scan. We can actually have that not show if we want to. So if we go here, we put D-scan. I think it's on here, isn't it? Put that on. Shows our probes right there. And I don't see the other one. I don't remember how to do it. There's a way to turn it off. I think it might actually be here. Right there. Yeah, you click this little Wi-Fi signal and it turns off the cone if you don't need it. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Here we go. Scanner probes are up. We're going to move them to one. Let's just pick this one. Why not? So first thing you do is move your probes over. You grab this little box. Drag it on over here. Now one trick. I need to move this so I can actually see this window. Oh, this guy's not set up, so it's going to take me a half second to get things how I usually have them. We can watch here so we can see if we're going to get in trouble. Probe scanner open. You can see we are scanning at 4 AU. I do have my mouse set up to plus and minus, right? Oh, no, I don't. I have to set up my hotkeys. Okay, we're going to put it up to 8. No, 4 is fine. Let's do 4. We'll see if we have the strength for it. Now, one of the tricks you can do is if you line this thing up so that both the closest orbital body, so this planet, and your signature are within the 4 AU, the center here. You see this kind of oblong shape here. If you set it up so that you're in the middle between those two, both of them covered, let's bring it down a bit and scan. Not space right now because I haven't fixed that. I will fix that between this video and the next, I guess. Whoopsie. Why does this keep popping up? Go away. We'll just go like that and boom. So it hit it. Now, obviously these ones are set up to be super easy, but that is a trick you can do. In cluttered systems, it's a little harder. It's not as easy to do, but once you start hitting sparsely populated areas, it's not so bad. So let's go ahead and grab it. Wants a data site, right? Data right here. Go to that. We'll close this window and we hit this button to recall our probes. I usually carry 2 sets of probes so that this can reload. And also so that if I forget one, I'm not stuck in a wormhole with no probes if I jump through. And lots of bad things can happen, so I always try to carry at least 2 sets of probes, sometimes 3, if I'm going to be gone for a while. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is liking to reload so I can quickly launch again and don't have to remember to manually reload it. So we'll actually do that, reload now, just like missiles or any other gun. There's our can. When you guys do this, you can read that. It's just fluff. I'm going to keep moving along here. So we're going to lock this up and approach it. You have to be within 5 kilometers. One thing a lot of people do is just go up to it and stop. I like to orbit at 25k, so you're just outside loot range, but you should be far enough out that you can cloak if something bad happens. So I didn't put on an afterburner because I'm smart. I grabbed it, but I didn't actually put it on. So we're gonna slow boat over to this thing. We'll orbit at 25. We locked it. Activate our data analyzer right here. Now you'll see it'll cycle once and stop loading because we turned that off. And we'll go through. Now to hack, it's kind of like Minesweeper. You click on a node, it tells you how far away you are from something. Could be the target, it could be a virus, and it could be an upgrade. So if we click this, that's 4, 3, 2, this will probably be 1, so it'll be somewhere in here because it's 2 from this one. So there it is. And this is the target. That's nothing. Let's just open a few more. See, so this is a virus. I wanted to show you this. So it has an attack and a defense. So this is the attack. So every time you click it, this is how much damage it does to your virus. I guess it's a defense, not a virus. And this is its coherence, basically hit points. So attack and defense. And then our attack is 10, our defense is 25. So if we click it twice, click it once, you'll see we take 10 damage. We did 10 to it. And click it again, it dies. Alright, so that's just showing what a virus is. I don't think there's any more anythings. Because they're all 5, yeah. No, there's nothing else. So then the same here. We might actually be able to do this. See what happens. I think we actually kill it before it does its 10 damage, so we get it. When you fail, you can fail a couple times, and if you fail twice, the can explodes. So there we go. Glad I didn't fail this training mission, but I wanted to show you guys a virus. I'm pretty sure it's set up that you can't fail. We're going to stop so we can align better. Just turn on in and loot it. So there's our loot, proof of discovery, loot it, and dock up. Data sites will have a number of cans. I think I've seen as high as like 6 or 7 in some of the higher end sites. And the grids get bigger. So you saw the grid we had to work through. That was a really tiny one. Nullsec ones are the biggest. And then also the defenses inside the defenses of the system get stronger and more nasty as you go up in levels. High sec ones are super easy. Unless I'm really just not paying attention, I don't fail in high sec. Low sec ones are slightly harder. Wormhole have special sleeper sites. I've never done those. They're scanning sites that actually have defense ships that shoot at you as well. Never done those ones, but they also have nullsec sites. So nullsec has sites, the hardest sites, that are both available in nullsec and in wormholes. And then wormholes have their combat scanning sites that I've never done, which we'll have to take a crack at, probably at some point towards the end of this series. Alright. So there we go, data site finished. Now they're going to have us do a relic site. Yeah, so same thing, relic site. We will pick that up in the next video. Until then, folks, hope you're enjoying this series. I'm really excited for this new series. Exploration was my first love. That's what I did for a long time, years ago. I would just solo out into nullsec through Thera, just random nullsec, quiet nullsec areas, and scan for a week at a time, and then come home. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it and doing that again. But as always, folks, if you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Suggestions for ship names are great. If you want to see me just do something crazy with a scanning ship, I don't know what it'd be, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll make some combat scanning ships as well, and we can go hunting in wormholes. We'll see. It's all going to be sort of as I feel. Excited for this new series. I hope you guys are too. See you guys all next time. I'm out of here.